B and give the other chance a winner. So what's going to happen now is that we are going to move into the bans and picks for the champions, where we're going to see AHQ go up against the Saigon Jokers in the first match of the day.
Yes, this is going to be a very exciting match, definitely. And here we move on with the bans, and they're going on so quickly overall. Both teams know
they just know exactly what to ban from each other, and they're like, you know what? We know that West Door is there, we know that Lantier is there, so immediately, certain champions just get banned out right there.
Yep. So, but Lantier actually hasn't been making a showing for the past weekend, if I'm not wrong. It was Garnet Derber who was playing over him. So I'm not sure. I didn't really had the time to gather what happened to him, but this week he's back. It's going to be interesting things going on for HQ as well.
I mean, so we have Lantier and Westor now. I would say the two big superstars coming in from AHQ, whether they are going to make this massive, aggressive play, which actually Westor is very well known for. Or will they actually try to opt for a slightly later game composition, which we have seen them do more and more these days, where it's okay, they do give up, their hold on the early game, just a little bit, and then later on they come in very strong, full force in the late game.
Or we could say Westdoor has a strategy. If you see him play,
if only his name was Westdoor XPK, like the perfect.
If a lot of the games you see Westdoor playing so far, he uses Z and things like that with ability to escape, but he'll be split pushing or trying to assassinate people at the side. It's always separate for his team.
It works so well for him on so many occasions. On the other side, we look at Saigon Jokers, and they have actually banned out Elise, Twisted Fate, and Shen. So global presence down by a large count, in fact, because Twisted Fate is no longer there, as well as Shen.
But the problem was trash, in my opinion.
Exactly. And just as they pick up trash here, it's
like an insta lock. It's like you're not gonna ban trash, let's just take trash. There's no reason not to take trash because he's currently, I would say, the best support champion.
He is.
He provides everything for the bottom lane.
He's kind of like Sona, where he provides so many different ways of harassing, of protect. Causes so much of disruption. You never know how a trash player might, come up with new strategies, especially with skill combinations or item combinations, which can differ. Pretty much like how Sona was in Season 2 World Finals at that stage where everybody was picking her.
Yep.
Now everybody's picking up trash.
For the side of trash, this side mention is the combination of the deck passage, and also you want to shut down the laning phase or harass him as much as possible early game. You want him to be unable to collect those souls.
I mean, the denying of souls is very important because he does not scale with armor. He needs that souls out there. So if you are going to win a lanes against trash, what you do need to do is you need to go there and zone him away from the souls.
Yes.
If you do that, good and well. Well, we see on the Saigon Joker side, they have Tarek and Jarvan currently being picked up. So Jarvan's still the Asian favorite.
Asian favorite.
Pretty much in all Asian tournaments, you see him as a jungler out there, as well as Vi, which is possibly, what's going to be picked up here, but it could be Volibear, which is another very, very strong jungler.
Very sad, slightly, because, Lee Sin was not bad, and Lantier's not picking up Lee Sin, picking up Volibear instead.
That just shows, how much better Volibear is in his recent patches.
Yes, but nope, it's going to change back to Vi. Vi is also one of the more stronger junglers right now. Impossible to stop. And AHQ lineup always seemingly is trying to perform a single catch, instant kill, and then win.
I mean, if you're taking an assassin or someone that has huge amounts of disruption like Vi, who can single out them for the next 3 seconds and then cause denting blow with another percentage health loss there, it's pretty much what you want to do. It's the same as why you would have Zed or Kassadin. Okay, go play with them 5v4.
Play with them, really. Go play with Tori.
Play with them.
And here on the side of Saigon Jokers, we'll see Varus being picked up. Varus is one of the most picked AD carry in the side of the EU region right now, in the LCS overall. Yep. He has one of the better range, but no, it's going to be Ezreal. Please don't pick up Ezreal. Oh wow, it's going to be Ezreal.
Wow. Why Ezreal?
Maybe a lane swap will appear. Ezreal is currently, in my opinion, and some opinions of players have asked who played AD, though
not really up there.
I would say one of the weaker AD carries right now. He does not really have a burst. He only has a decent poke. And he really needs to snowball in his lane really hard in order to be a decent auto attacker.
I think also because quite a bit of the factor why he's not really a tier tier 1 AD carry at the moment is because of the changes to the items. He no longer starts with Trinity Force. By him getting Sheen, he can go to Iceborne Gauntlet, but that doesn't provide that much damage as compared to, you know, certain champions that might go other things along the way. But looking at AHQ, I think Ezreal was a bad choice. They have Malphite, they have Zed, they have Vi.
You have Trash.
Let's not just go to Trash yet. It's like, whoa, look at that CC, look at the assassination potential, it's insane. And this is SAJ just toying with us with Zac there. Zac is banned out, so he can't exactly choose it. If he does choose it, it looks like we will go into a remake very quickly there.
And also the last pick might be a Singe. Now that Cannon has been taken off for QTV, he has been playing Irelia Singe at the top lane. Even though Singe has been nerfed, well, I would say that QTV is doing a great job with him. He seems to fall off the early game. By the end game, you just saw him walking around. The late game, it's always about the late game for Singe.
Don't chase him. Very simple. That where Sin can actually potentially help out the team quite a bit by either zoning away Caitlyn or, you know, flinging back Malphite or flinging back Zed away from targets.
But the early game potential coming up for AHQ is just too strong. It's like when it reaches level 6, if a team fight happens or if something happens, objectives is a fight, it's impossible for them to lose unless they miss all the ultimates for no reason. Which is highly
on the lag.
It's really on the lag or something.
I think the other thing also that's going great for AHQ is that every lane has a CC except for the mid lane where it's Zed. So he's slow, but it's not exactly the easiest to land. Versus Malphite, who can throw his seismic shot, or there's the Caitlyn Yordle snap traps, or, you know, the death sentence coming in from Trash. But Saigon Jokers, it seems a little bit, and I don't want to say the word iffy, but it seems quite there, where Syndra, if she can land her stuns, great. She can stop Zed, she can stop potentially a lot of incoming ganks, you know, with random balls flying everywhere.
Or even shut someone down first before the fight happens. If the fight happens.
Yep.
Yes. And we know that Nyx Water is very great at landing those things, so hopefully we might see another more incredible
Syndra play, like balls to the walls, over the wall, through the jungle, you know, kills where we have seen people like Phantom Lord, people like Reginald, occasionally when he does play Syndra, do this amazing play where they even steal dragons from the high ground. And it's
just
spectacular.
Yes, mind-boggling. So right now I'm going to go through a short commercial break before I go through the runes and masteries for the match for today, so do stay tuned.
Alright, let's go.
Go where? I can't see.
So we will see on the side of Nyx Water what is picked up for Syndra, because Pseudo is very interested to see what's happening.
I mean, from what I've seen before, people like Phantom Lord, Reginald have completely different runes. Phantom Lord opts to go for Magic Pen, very, very high Magic Pen. Reginald opts to go for lots of mana regeneration where he can spam. And we are looking at Nyx Water here, and he has gone for 15 ability power, 12 magic resist, 13 armor, and 7.8 magic pen. So no mana regeneration whatsoever, which, you know, comes to mind of he's going to go for early Tear of the Goddess, or a Teen's Unholy Grail as well. So possibly going to a Haunting Skies or Leandries as well. So
you can see that based on the names, more AP defensive, and I would say that for the Blues, if you're playing against Zed, most players will pick up the AP per level, but I believe you just worry from the additional damage coming out from Trash and Malphite when it comes to in the middle of the game. He wants to be able to survive much better. So on the side of his Mastery is going to be very defensive as well. It's going to be 21-9, where you would see most AP champions do not really take that. They actually go for like maybe 21-4-5 instead, because they really want the extra mana regen coming up from meditation or utility.
Especially with Syndra.
When you spam your spells, you're going to end up with no mana so quickly. So this is a bit very orthodox for the side of Nixwater. Normally it's very
It seems like a season 2 sort of thing where you would go 21-9 instead of, opting to go for, the alternate routes around.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's going to be pretty interesting to see how well he actually ends up against Zed. Now, we are looking at things where Caitlyn does have the cleanse there, so that's going to help out quite a bit where Ezreal does not. And, wow, I mean, Ezreal does not have a cleanse against such a high CC team. Either that is super, super confidence, or I don't know, maybe he has something, sneakily planned up. Like you did mention, a possible lane swap as well. That could be it.
But the only thing you could cleanse would be a trap and a
Trash.
slow. I mean, you can't cleanse Trash Hook.
I mean, when he does come out with the box.
But you're Azure, you Arcade Shift out. So in terms of having cleanse or not, I think that Azure does not need it for this matchup. He just needs to make sure he positions himself well. Because he can't really cleanse Malphite's ultimate to knock up. Or Zed's ultimate, you need a cute Silver Sash to cleanse the ultimate, that death sentence. And there's I suppose a 90 Carabinet, or you could say the Yoda Snap Trap in order to cancel off those effects for the side of cleansing. But for the side of Elvis, I think he just wants to make sure that if he goes against Taric, that stun instantly removed and be able to position yourself much better.
So guys, we are actually facing a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm pretty sure you guys can actually hear us, but there's no image just up yet. So we'll try to fix that as soon as we can. Do stay tuned and just listen to us commenting at the moment while we try to get the picture back up. So, yep, we should have the picture just up momentarily in about a minute or so. And we do see that both teams are moving towards the middle of the map where they seemingly are pinging the same area. And a pause has actually come out, so for those of y'all who are listening, everything's A-okay here.
Yes, I believe that everything should be up and ready. If you still cannot see anything, try refreshing your stream and it should be fine. So right now as the game is going through a pause, I believe it's just a slight disconnection or slight...
Spotted by an enemy team, they do know that she is there, and potentially that can be great. So now Green Tea take a little bit of poke from Archie, not responding with any sort of attack along the way. And safely actually just poking a little bit in and out, moving it here and there. So everything seems to be pretty normal. Everybody taking a little bit of pot shots with each other. Nothing too drastic, nothing too insane. And it looks like it'll be starting perfectly A-okay. So Jarvan going to be starting at the Wraiths. Malphite possibly going to be starting at his blue. Looks like Zed will be the only one actually to help him out there. So a little bit unsure as to why.
This is actually a more common setup right now, where they share the Golem's experience instead of going for the Wave, the bottom lane. Where the jungle, if you're going to start Raid, they take the Golems with the support and AD carry, and then moves on to the Red buff, and then later on only to the blue. It does give the extra time as well as clearing speed. So you see for AHQ, Malphite and West, as well as Zed will start off with a bit of more experience. You can see from the experience bar at the lower area. The same for Elvis as well as Green Tea. Green Tea, of course, he has a support. He wants to make sure he doesn't take any XP, so he not share any of it. So the AD carry, the top lane, the mid lane, all of them will be able to get level 2 much faster in comparison to the opponents. And this is how the setup is currently for a lot of people who start on the blue side of the team.
Yep. So everybody's basically going into lanes. There is no lane swap whatsoever. And very, very quickly, the Ignite going down, the flash burnt by Syndra. So we do see that Nixwater in actually quite a bit of trouble. Very quickly on, without any flash, especially laning in Zed, that can be a little bit of trouble. But she does have an Ignite on. So there's potentially that what it can actually be done. So with that in mind, it looks like Green Tea will be putting on additional poke to the bottom lane, and they actually do spot out Jarvan there. So the ping does go down, spotting out that the Saigon Jokers are a little bit of discovery here, and Jarvan is very, very close to Vi and Zed. In fact, the fling does get tossed out on top, Price taking a little bit of damage against QTV, but everything's A-okay. Now, Lantia and Junie possibly going to go up against each other. The ward does not spot each other out, but Junie knows exactly where he is. So the Master Center does come out, the slow does come out, and unfortunately the knock-up does not happen. But the stun, amazing play coming out there from Nick's Water, unable actually to collapse onto them because he does not want to be put into a bad situation.
And we can see that overall in the laning phase right now, at the bottom lane is a better matchup at the bottom lane.
They do have the superior poke, and they definitely have the longer range as well.
And here QTV and Price are going to duke it out. I'm not sure what's happening. Both members taking a lot of damage. But we can see the early stage, Malphite does have the ability to clear off the minion waves much quicker and force everything to the below the tower.
The ground slam does help out quite a bit, especially with damage. Jungles have gone back pretty much to their respective places. We do have Lantia that has a slight advantage. Lantia does have 5 additional creep. Lagging behind, but Lantia is the first one to go back, which means that she will come out now with better items.
We might see a gang happen down bottom because the pink one has been planted. The stun goes down on the green tea. Archie moves on the exhaust.
Very quickly, exhaust.
They're going to charge right into it, but no! I'm not sure why, but Judy stepped on the Yoda snap trap and then they're going to fall back from this. It was like, Judy, you're coming in, and he steps on the trap. I'm like, yeah. I feel what's that.
That was a sad thing, but I don't think so. The exhaust onto Trash was quite the right thing to do. It was a wasted chance, to be very honest.
I think they wanted to go all in onto it, but I'm not sure why Junie did not see the trap and he was stopped there, and then nothing else happened from there.
Oh well. So Lantia revisiting the mid lane, just making sure that everything's okay. Notice that Syndra is not there. Syndra was taking her raves, and in fact we are going to see Lantia move into the enemy jungle, into the Saigon Joker's jungle, only to realize that there are no raves, there are no red, there's nothing for me to take, and we'll leave it away.
But he just went over to the raid just to clear off the timer, so he'll be able to see exactly when the raid buff is ready and whether the jungle will be in the area, so he can time his ganks, know where he should be moved better. So this matchup so far, only a slight goal lead going on to the side of HQ because of that matchup they've selected to play against Saigon Jokers in the early game. So both junglers need to be very wary about this because they will tilt the balance as well as change what is happening for the team. A lot of people always blame the normally in ranks or normal games, you always blame the jungler.
Yes, you always blame the jungler.
I know you'll be playing a lot of jungler in rank nowadays, but the jungler's job is really one of the most hardest things.
Make a lot of judgment calls, to be very honest. Which lane should you be? Which vicinity? Your timing around the area. Things of like sort. But yeah.
So hopefully, both Lantia and Junie will be able to make things happen, land kills for the team. But we can see because both teams are playing very passive and aggressive at the same time, just staying the distance, just farming up.
I would say it's the emotions of the game. Nobody's going insanely aggressive or anything of that sort. Yep. But actually what's happening is that QTV is having a whale of his time playing with the rock there, tossing him here and there and everywhere else.
Yes.
Withering down just by a tinge.
But Price is at level 6 though. QTV needs to be very careful. With the Unstoppable Force together with Y coming from the side, it's going to be an easy kill. As I mentioned that we will see if Y move right on to QTV. Look at the Unstoppable Force coming out, Ignite going on, and they'll flash in to get the kill, and the Ignite will pick it up.
Unfortunately, that was a wasted flash by Lantia. He flashed in and the Malphite's Ignite actually picked up the kill, so he did not need to flash in.
It's just you want to make sure the kill happens.
Exactly.
Like
Junie gets caught out there. The ward was exactly spotting it. Zed comes in, the stun does come out, instantly bursted away. Archie will be safe and safety will be safe, but there goes Jarvan.
It's but bad play by Westlaw. Does not click onto the lantern. He clicks to use his W instead to move in close the distance. I mean, at times you just want to make sure you confirm the kill. You're just so focused on yourself, you miss out the lantern. But it really does make some slight changes where you can save the skill. He might even be able to go on and charge on to take on Archie if he had his shadow up and ready.
I mean, that is very true. And I think that was actually quite a great player coming in for AHQ, where they saw Jarvan exactly in the brush.
Yes. But
they pretended as if there was nothing going on, as they did not have vision all the way till, Zed was quite close, and then came out the death sentence by Thresh, and it went perfectly for them. Managing to take down a jungler is huge, especially since Vi is doing well. Vi did get the assist, and Javan has one death. So good job to what's happening on AHQ here. They are up 2-0 at the moment to the Saigon Jokers.
Yes, and just those 2 kills has tilted the goal difference to 2k. And that is not a small amount.
It's definitely not a small amount, because the kills that actually went down to actually were in the perfect timings, or quite close to the perfect timings for the lanes. If you look at the minion counts for each of them, although Price has been thrown around by QTV, he did manage to catch up in CS and go ahead in CS when the kill was done onto Singe.
Yes.
At the bottom lane, if you look at it, Kaylin has been pushing so much of Ezreal out that she's able to farm, and look how far Ezreal is. Denied of the goal, denied of the total experience that can be coming out from there.
Yep.
Which also leads to this thing where, if you look at the experience, Kaylin is almost about to hit 7 when Archie is still in the beginning stages of his 6.
Yes. They're forced to move back to recover after they gank. That'll be it. They'll totally be crushed by the combo from Caitlyn as well as the ultimate. And you can see, look at the amount of damage coming out. Even though Tarek does have his shatter as well as the imbue to heal up, but it's not going to be enough. While Price once again being flicked over. It's quite funny to see how the rock gets flicked over actually. If you notice his motion is like moving very quickly. Right? But here on the top side, we will see Lancer camping, and we might see QTV get caught again. Yes, the ulti is ready for the side of Price, and they go right in. There it goes. Both ultis most probably going to be used, and this will be a free kill for the side of AHQ.
This time Lantier gets the kill, so we have one for Malphite, one for Lantier. And in fact, I do believe it was actually a red buff that picked that up. In the end, the final proc of it. Looks like Zed going in onto Syndra just for a little bit there. And Foster gonna actually burst her down. Nick's Water responds, but no, not exactly being able to bring him down. Very, very close though.
Yes.
If only she had one additional ball, that could have, led up to it. So Scatter the Weak was really, really strong there, but just not enough.
Yes, both teams just barely making it. And here we will see, I think SAT is going to clear out some of the traps so that Junie will be able to jump in with the Cataclysm. But the problem now is that at the bottom lane, all of them have the summer skills up and ready.
Exactly.
And how well this will play out, that is another problem.
The flash, Caitlyn can easily flash out of it, Trash could as well, and...
and they're going to go in for it. Here we see safety charging in, but...
so aggressive.
Yes, but it's sighted. People know what's happening. If you're in a matchup which is weaker and suddenly charging all in, the jungler
people know
is there.
something is up, and most, it's definitely that, because Syndra just died. Syndra just went back, so it cannot have been her.
So it had to be the jungler.
It had to be the jungler.
So here we can look at that. All the trading of hits going on about in the map is putting Saigon Jokers in a bad position. Javan so far has not been able to land any successful ganks or kills for his team. He's just been moving on the board, trying to break things. And here we will see Cataclysm come down, but Westall just flashes away so easily.
At the bottom lane, and Mr. Albus actually destroyed the tower very, very easily, in fact. And if you look at the CS across the board, for AHQ, they have 2 members already above 100. And the only person that's close to that is actually Syndra, played by Nick's Water on the side of Saigon Jokers. So that disparity already is leading to huge amounts of goals deficit, because if you look at it now, that's a 4k difference. And no dragons have been taken.
No dragons has been taken yet, but very easily, if AHQ decides to do something, Saigon Jokers will not be ready to respond. Item difference, level difference, it's all there. And the CC difference.
The
team
CC
fight right now is massive. They only can rely on Nick's Water to burst someone down so the team fights will be easier.
Which he can't.
Right now.
At the moment he can't.
Yes, but if addition of Unstoppable Force, will just shut down everything on the side of Saigon
how
Jokers.
fast Dragon is melting away. And it was so easily done.
Yep. Just look at the item pickup. Yeah. It's a Brutalizer, a Bilgewater Cutlass, and a Dagger being built up. Who needs boots when you are owning, so to speak? I mean, in the mid lane right now, you don't really need the boots unless the tower is brought down, as well as Zed has the ability to escape or kill someone down, kill someone very quickly, and if you die after that, it's still a good trade overall, depending on what you kill and how it's done. So he doesn't need to worry about his mobility. And if he does gang the bottom Dark Passage to bring him in closer. So all things as well as all things that he managed to see it. He does use his ultimate and scatter the weak, but in the end, Westlaw will pick up the kill with his shadow as well as a death sentence proccing.
But let's put it here. He used Scatter the Weak with 5 orbs in total, and that did not even reach half of Westlaw's health.
Because he only has 2 Duan's Ring as well as a Seeker's Arm Guard. That's not nearly enough AP yet. But he's being pressured so hard. I would say that in the fight of the 1v1 fight against Westlaw, he's doing a great job keeping up. But the problem is if someone else comes in, it's just so easily shut down Syndra. Especially since she's not that painful yet. Her basic abilities will not like hurt so badly. People are like, oh, it's just scratching. And going to be able to charge it to fight back, not any problems. And here we will see HQ. They have gained the advantage, took the mid tower, took a kill, and they're going to steal the blue buff as well. So here we will watch how HQ is forcing SAJ to respawn and move around. QTV knows that he has to help his team somehow, but at the same time, if he moves around too much, he will lose out the CS, which Siege really need to snowball and be, well, so-called fat to bring more for the team. So here, as we move into the 50-minute mark, it's going to be a almost 6k goal difference. HQ just holding the lead with 2 towers, 4 kills, 1 dragon. And this is going to be very hard already for Saigon Jokers to make a comeback. Not because they are weak players, but it's because of the team composition they have chosen, as well as the lineup. Syndra has not managed to get a single kill or snowball slightly more than Westlaw as that, which is very devastating already.
In simple terms, unless I would say the first major team fight goes into the favor of Saigon Jokers, it's not going to go well. Nick Water missing his stun, Westlaw without losing a single bit of life.
Yes, he charges in, Blade of the Rune King, all skills being tossed out, easy kill pickup. And once you miss the stun, Syndra is like, okay, that's it.
He can't do anything, especially against Zed, because when he does launch off his ultimate, that's the end of it. You cannot target him any longer.
We will see a gang go up onto Price there together with Junie, but I think Price will have no problem making out safe. He's just waiting for skills to be cooled down, waiting for someone to move in to help, but
wow, look at that turnaround.
Charge. Wait, there was a fling with a cataclysm, so Price was being tossed around once again. It was very funny animation and movement, but here we will see Price be able to score the second kill very easily. He just is waiting for his cooldowns because QTV doesn't have his ultimate up and ready. He will not be able to do much, and look at that. His backup is here. Westlaw, together Valencia comes in.
Look at that super long range ultimate being done. Possibly could go to something here. Garnet Devil does get the secondary stun going off. The box does launch off and Nyx Water with just not enough damage. Archie does pick up the kill. Will Nyx Water be able to land the next stun? If she is able to, there could be something happening out there. Does throw out, no, does not actually manage to land out the stun, but Archie does have enough damage to kill it off and clean up there. Look at Nyx Water, no mana left.
Yes, but also great play by Mr. Albis. Even though he did die in the air, you could see how he tried to juke all the skill shots, move away from the skills from Syndra, and he did all really well.
It was actually done really well, and also dodging the missing shots by Archie at the same time. But unfortunately, the auto attacks just withered him down a little bit too much, where
he will fall in the end. And here we see Price look at the barrier he has for the extra shield. He's just going to charge right onto Judy, no problem at all. With the Sunfire Cape, the Sorcerer's Boots, as well as the Chalice, he has no problem.
Slow because he has the red buff, and then he can seismic shot.
Look at that, so easily chasing up the Judy, and there's nothing they can do about it. But
the Ignite will pick it up. Oh, nope, the shield comes up just. No.
It was not enough. I believe the shield is still at level 1 for the side of Judy, and yes, it is so. It was just not enough to keep him alive.
Just when I thought I was wrong, I was proven right. And Westlaw picks up another turret. Ooh, very fast.
He charges back in onto Archie, but Archie will not go down to the death sentence because of the stun coming out from Nyx Water, but he will be able to make it out alive with the flash use. Price has his ultimate up and ready, but just waiting for Lantier to be able to get into the great position before he dives in for the kill for either Nyx Water or Archie.
Archie's ultimate did come out, unfortunately not connecting onto Westlaw, so Westlaw will survive in the end. I think it's amazing to see that Westlaw is playing so aggressively, and like we did mention before, he likes to stay in lane, he likes to push immaterial of what's happening around him, and he brings on towers so very quickly. Now, on top, finally I would say Siege is going to get one tower for the side of the Saigon Jokers, which would be a good pickup. However, look at the amount of damage that Price is dishing out.
Yes,
The ultimate does get popped.
And will QTV be able to get out? Oh, Price decides not to chase him because you don't chase Singe. It's a waste of your time. He's just gonna wait for Singe to come back when his ultimate is already gone.
And then take advantage of it because his ultimate is actually up already.
Valentia, he'll be a boss. He will miss the smite and he will give it to
Malphite is coming in. Singe is behind. What? Oh, look at that. That was absolutely beautiful.
Yes. Who needs to flash when you have a dark passage grade up and ready for you to save you? And at the same time, it was just a distraction. And here the blue team secures the second dragon for the game. And look at that. The game is just reaching 20 minutes, but
it's almost 10k.
It's almost 10k goal difference. And HQ is just taking this nice and slow, not making any major mistakes, just making sure they secure this kill. And I believe Archie will go down for this. The barrier will not be enough, and look at that.
The ultimate did not even come up. It's not Death Sentence, it's Death Mark.
Oh, the Death Mark, I'm sorry. That's all. I mean, watching too many trash plays. Yeah, I apologize for that. Thank you for correcting me. And here we see Price. He has a Sapphire Cape at such an early stage. He's just gonna walk around like a boss. He's like, hi.
I shall walk. Yeah.
Yep. So here we will see the blue buff go on to Mr. Albis, and with the blue buff on Caitlyn. Caitlyn is an AD carry, but also very great at pushing lanes with the pilled over Peacemaker.
To be honest, I would actually like to see the blue buff on Zed. Simply because his Death Mark can come up so much faster. He is able to come up with, so many different combinations.
It's okay. He doesn't need it because he might die. As you can see, again, he's going to go with his split push strategy. His whole team is up at the Baron area. They might even do Baron while Westlaw just distracts the whole team. And that's what they've been doing.
In fact, that looks what it is. In fact, she dashed down into the Baron pit and then picked up a lantern and flew all the way back out.
Yeah, they were just trying to make sure if it's warded, they'll be able to distract them. You can see the Saigon Jokers thought they were doing Baron, they moved down, and Westlaw just pushed the lane. So we can see that they're just controlling Saigon Jokers with the movement of the team, and safety with the exhaust will not be able to run away from this. And as Mr. Elvis getting caught with the flame coming down, he might go down from this with the ignite going on. Yes, and Archie will pick up the kill and Price will come in from the side, the unstoppable force, knocking them up, dishing a lot of damage.
Would be good for them.
No, they're gonna disengage. Look at Westlaw. Westlaw is a bottom lane again. They know that if they continue to chase, Westlaw is going to be able to take the inhibitor turret and maybe even the inhibitor. And Westlaw backdoor, I suppose. There's all the doors. He's just not going for the west side, but the
possibly going to get flinged back. He does get slowed by the sticky goo, but the flash actually does bring it out there. Will Syndra be able to land out the stun? Archie first.
Nope, the heal from Tarek as well keep him alive.
Very
and the Westlaw, he had the dark passage came out of green tea, but instead he saw as you were being very low, screw this, I'm just gonna go for the kill. The kill is more important for me.
But I didn't think he factored in the Tarek heal to be that high up.
So this game, you can see that slightly small skirmishes that SAJ is trying to pick up in order to stay in the game
as well, because they are bringing down Caitlyn.
Yes, but the problem is not enough. The goal difference is still 9k, it's still moving to 10k very quickly, and
perhaps
they don't have enough there.
A couple of towers, it could go into their favor.
And as well, for the next dragon, they really need to contest. Ezreal needs to try to steal it, make something, make a play for the team so they get more goal, be able to stay further into this game. And we can see that QTV with Singe is going to split push as well. Now he's pushing back the bottom lane, how Westlaw was pushing it away. And we might see HQ go for Barret once again.
I don't think so they will actually do it. They're just simply dewarding and having a few members standing there just to show that, hey guys, we are here in numbers, we are possibly going to do it. Don't come and try to deward it away.
Yep, and they did force QTV to back off from the bottom tower at the same time. So, see, these are the mind games and positioning that they're using. We can see that they're attempting to start it. They're going to try to
go into it.
They're actually going to go for it. I thought they're going to use it as a distraction to try and pull out members.
Nope. They actually are turning away, so they just took a little bit of hits up there. Pride's brought down just about quarter of his health. And safety, totally not safe at all.
And he will go down so easy. Here we might see Lenses charge right in. Nope, it's actually Mr. Elvis charging right onto QTV like a boss. And just charging onto Sage, which is a rare sight. He's like, I'm the boss. I'm the boss lady right now with Caitlyn. I have tons of damage. I have zero, so
exactly.
I'm just gonna go for it. And here we will finally see Baron.
When do you see a Caitlyn that's so ballsy who caliber nets from the lower ground to the upper ground right into Singe and says, you know what, I'm not going to chase you, I'm just going to shoot you all the way down from here.
Yep. And here we see Red's not going to charge on the QTV just to force him to move back. No, he actually goes in for the kill, but Syndra will stop him with the Scatter the Wing. The Ignite will not be able to pick it up, but nope, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, really play. At the same time, we will see Junie try to steal the Baron, but he is unsuccessful, and he'll be brought down so quickly by everyone on the side of AHQ. And this is a great trade for them, 2 for nothing, and we will see Saigon Jokers being forced to fall back.
Saigon Jokers is torn into shreds at this point in time. It's already 12k, they have Baron buff, they have all the tier 1 turrets, the tier 2 turrets from the bottom and mid are already gone, and yeah, in like perfect prime position to do whatever they want.
So currently we can see a bit of a shift in how junglers work right now. Let's talk slightly about that. If you have noticed, in the past, even supports will rush lock out the Iron Story first, together with the jungle. But there's a reason why they don't rush it anymore. It's because of the slight nerf on the HP. Even though it's cheaper, it grants only 300 health now. In the past, it grants 500 health, which is a very big difference. And right now, supports actually focus on getting cooldown items or wards, just plain wards, until like 20 minutes into the game, to secure vision, secure objectives, and while the jungle plays more of the support role, they actually pick up the Aegis and the Locket for the team. But they choose those junglers that will be able to deal enough damage based on their skills in order to make sure the team has enough damage. Make plays, make sure he has enough damage, he's tanky enough, he helps the team, and it's like so important right now for the junglers to do that.
Look at this, SAJ trying their very best from multiple different angles to make something happen. Singe popped his ulti so quickly, I don't know what's going to QTV's head, to be very honest here. They will take the inhibitor, they will back off, possibly going for the top turret, where there's nothing much that SAJ can do about it, and
they're actually going to move about to steal the buffs and maybe push separately. They just maintain the pace of the game to be very slow, but making sure that they just pick up everything. No mistakes, slow and steady, and just secure the game for themselves. This was the scenario of how SGS play against DB, but nope, we will see Lente charge right into Archie, the one-man mode into everyone else. He will be able to catch Junie with his ultimate, and the death sentence will be the death of Junie, and it will be an easy kill.
Zed and Syndra actually are going to engage with the other end there. Scatter the Wing does come out, the ultimate Death Monk does get thrown out, Zonya does get used, Stun on the other hand being thrown out, Archie happily hitting away, but he's hitting a gigantic rock. And that's not doing anything for him whatsoever. At the end of that, we did see 2 people lose out very quickly in their lives. And my, it was a wonderful play by actually AHQ Esports.
So, it's going to go through a short replay, but we're going to focus more onto what happened between Zed as well as together with Zed, Syndra. But here, let's go take a look about it. And here we will see, though, at the top side, we will see Nixwater waiting for Westdoor, and look at the damage coming out. The stun does land, but Westdoor manages to use the Death Mark in order to dodge away from the overall damage coming out from Syndra, used by Nixwater, and it was a great play by him. As I believe that Nixwater's fingers were fast enough, but they just weren't, strong enough, so to speak, to take down Westdoor enough, because there's not enough damage. He has the Zonya's Hourglass, but that's it. Zonya's Hourglass, a blasting ward, doesn't give you enough for your team. In order to be your Syndra's like an assassin burst champion. You find someone, you throw your ultimate, you shoot your skills, you just shut down the champion. But Nixwater is unable to do this at all.
Now, if we are looking at what's going to happen here, Lantia is actually just going to teleport all the way back, but Westdoor's going to come in, burst down Archie. Archie is not going to survive this at all. Wow. And they are going to make their way onto Junie, where Junie will get burst to infinity and beyond.
And there was like, good guy jungler. I would see that Lantia just gave the kill away to Westdoor. He's like, it's yours, just take it.
I mean, there was no need to contest it. That just has so much of damage being outpoured at this moment where it becomes so trivial, to be very honest.
Yep, so Dragon has been taken as well, very quickly.
Yes, Dragon was just taken.
And here we will see everything move in. Well, there's nothing to move into the favor HQ. It is in their favor since, like, I believe the 5 minutes of the game.
Everything is moving into their favor. Yeah. The goal is going into their favor, their kills are into their favor, the towers is into their favor, the number of objectives secured is into their favor, even the items are heavily into their favor.
So here we're just going to wait for AHQ to make the last play, they have taken down the mid and the bottom. There's only one more place to go. If you want to make sure you secure a free win, so to speak, or an easy win, even though you're very far ahead 10k, if a team fight, if you make a mistake, you get caught off, you take off too much damage
If
first.
an ace does come out and all the assists,
Goal
does go to all the team, it could be a potential comeback, especially with many of the champions already reaching the cap, which is level 18.
Yes.
Westor is 1 level away. QTV is 2 levels away. So, I mean, Singe definitely should be one of the more experienced ones out there. If he is at level 18, it's going to help out your team all that much better. And the only reason why he's so far ahead is because he has been split pushing and gaining all the damage.
And here we will see a fight, both sides going up. Westdoor is getting caught, but look at the damage, it's not enough. He does has a Guardian Angel, and he will click onto the Dark Passage, move back into position, but actually going to charge back right in. Lantier flashing in for the Wall Breaker, but he'll be pushed back by Nixwater, and I think nothing much should happen, but no, they're going to charge right into Archie. Less sentence less on Nixwater. Look at that, the Zoya coming out from Nixwater, keeping him alive, giving his time for his team to do some damage, but they just not have that. But Archie will going to pick up the kill, and Westar will charge right in with the GA proccing, waiting for Julie to charge in for the knockout, and no, he misses the combo! And here we will see a free kill for the side, 2 free kills for the side of ASU.
Oh, that was saddening, to be very honest. That, in my head, I was going, what? No, wait, 1 more second. Like, oh, I was counting in my head.
Yes, but his lance did not even reach the flank. Whoa, look at that. Westar is going to charge right in for the kill, and look at that. Junior is picking up all. And just
He didn't even bother to move. He was like, I'm dead. Oh well.
That's it.
Okay, standing here.
So this will be it for the first game of tonight, and great play by the side of AHQ. I would say that Saigon Jokers, it's more on the picks though than
Yes,
the loss.
I think they lost out very heavily within the picks and bans already. Finally, Nixwater did get the shutdown though, so
The shutdown he really much wanted onto Westdoor.
20 minutes too late.
It's too late. But yes, that will be the first game for tonight with astonishing almost reaching 20k, says the 70k goal difference. 10 to 1 tower, the single tower because Singe managed to split push just once.
That one tower.
Tower. And everything else was just shutdowns and kills going for the side of
It was all the lanes that won for AHQ. It was the jungle that won for AHQ. It was the AHQ show.
It was, I would say, the perfect combinations. Like you have a CC support plus a CC jungle.
Yep.
3 kills.
You have a
The top lane
CC
is
top
the same.
as well. You have the tank
Yes.
as well coming up from Malphite. And
For the mid lane is Assassin. Simple
all-
job. It's the same thing. It's like a great
A-OK.
It's A-OK, yes. Great pickups and great combination coming from South AHQ, but in terms of lineup wise, still quite, as you would say, iffy or weak for the
I'm
South
not
Saigon
sure what
Jokers.
exactly they were trying to do, or what sort of
Yeah.
strategy they were trying to pull off for the side of Saigon Jokers.
Hmm.
Perhaps going with the champions they actually were very familiar with, instead of going for a complete
Yes.
counter out there.
So yeah. So yeah, we're going to move right into the score screen so you guys can take a closer look at the boss. See that Bezdor with the 10 kills is at 13.2k with 229 CS, the highest CS.
I mean,
Okay, not the highest CS.
And
but
he even has a Hex Drinker.
yes.
Let's put it that way. So, yeah.
Yes, and on the side of Nixwater, on Syndra, he didn't do a bad job, but he couldn't bring up enough damage for the
He
team.
was just shoved out of lane so often, and with Zed roaming around, whenever Zed did return to the lane, he already was 1 or 2 levels ahead.
And one way to put it would be, currently in this meta, so to speak, if the support gets a GP 10 item, a gold generation item, in the end of the game, normally the jungle have less gold. But for this game, you can see that how a green tea just rush items for the side, Ruby Side Stone, and then mobility boots into the lockout of the Iron Slurry. But for the side of Lantier, because he had more assists, because he was going on the map, he did get an additional kill. He's at 9.1k gold, and it beats out almost everyone on the side of Saigon Jokers, where the jungler at times is the poorest member of the team.
Yes.
Where it reaches about the 30-minute mark, which is normally how games go now, because of how they spend more